Yeah, so there's a lot of things to say about this movie. One of the really cool things is that something that was said in the book that was not said in the movie is that Rachel's family history actually has like an important bit of history to it. So they were all judging her for being poor.
Yeah.
Her dad, her biological father, filthy fucking rich. Like more than the Youngs.
That seems like such a Asian thing to do.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
it gives me it's giving me Naruto vibes in the sense of like, you know what I'm saying?
Explain where Naruto just has perfect lineage.
So anybody who is an anime fan like we are, which that might be a different channel later on.
You guys like Attack on Titan? I don't.
Naruto is portrayed and introduced as this nobody kid, like nobody likes him. Like
doesn't have a family.
It's supposed to be a story of like
he's kind of cursed.
But he's so strong.
He's rising up from the ashes
through the will of.
But he actually had a perfect lineage.
Yeah, his dad
was the Hokage,
and his mom had like a clan that was.
It was
like
a princess,
the greatest
basically.
Chakra, like And so it turns out that really, Rock Lee should be the one for that story. Of like,
for sure,
who has to just work hard to be as good as everybody else.
Drop the ankle weights.
Exactly. So that's such an Asian thing. Oh well, actually, she is.
Yeah. So Rachel dropped her ankle weights and learned that her dad is filthy rich.
Which
I don't know exactly how it's brought through, but it's basically that's the whole point is that her biological father owns a massive company that's much more affluent than Nick's family.
Which is crazy to think about because Nick's family is insanely rich.
Yeah.
Crazy rich is the movie title.
Crazy rich.
Yeah. So
I've basically blown all of my cool facts already. So if you want to add some more
cool facts, I mean,
or whatever.
I mean, I don't know, man. Cool facts.
You said it was culturally impactful.
I mean, yeah, it made a big deal for Asians. I mean, like you said, Kiki Kwan, who, I mean, Academy Award-winning actor, Asian actor, Kiki Kwan, had said that Crazy Rich Asians made a huge impact on him. And he, for the first time, felt like Hollywood was accepting Asians in that he could now pursue his dreams the way he wanted.
Yeah.
And it kind of pushed him towards going and saying like, hey, let me see if I can get into acting now.
I don't like saying that Hollywood's finally like seeing other people because I don't like Hollywood. I like that more people have been given opportunities to tell more stories.
It's literally peer pressure.
Which is fine. If that's the case, great.
If that's how
peer pressure, the big wigs.
If that's how people of color get representation and
I don't like this. I don't like pandering. Pandering's stupid.
Yeah.
If it's good like this, it's good and it's important. Like Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Like all of his movies are phenomenal. Phenomenal movies.
We're gonna have to do one soon.
Oh, for sure. And those aren't pandering. No,
not at all. Dude, it's so hard to see a movie and be like, wow, this is really original.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've not seen anything like this.
And they are.
Yeah.
So they do take so the thing with art in general is that everything is always taken from something else and influenced off of other things. Like every single Quentin Tarantino movie is made because grindhouse movies exist.
Bring it back to the beginning when we talked about being Christians and stuff in the Christianity in the movie. The Bible says that there's nothing new under the sun. So
so everything you do is influenced by something else, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah,
like taking inspiration from other things is important. You know what grindhouse movies are?
I don't feel comfortable saying that on the internet. That I know what grindhouse movies are.
So grindhouse movies are a genre of gore and horror.
Yeah.
Where it's like 98% gore. Like people are just being killed in the most brutal ways possible. Quentin Tarantino loves grindhouse movies.
You
can tell.
I would say that I'm not a fan of grindhouse movies. But
I would also say I'm
the
not
way
a fan
that
of grindhouse
the way
movies.
that Quentin Tarantino
is he marries really good like characters and stories and dialogue into grindhouse movies, and it makes it so like interesting and fun.
I literally watched The Hateful Eight like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I like introduced a movie to someone. Mm-hmm. We watched almost 3 hours of it.
That one's an interesting one to get somebody into Tarantino with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that if you're talking culturally, this movie it makes sense because it's like it's the same thing Jordan Peele's done. It's the same thing that a lot of people are doing right now. I would say Greta Gerwig's doing it too.
Yeah.
With like the women's voice.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to call it, that feels kind of gross. So I might find something else to refer to that as later. Yeah. But like being able to tell stories, like I was saying earlier, is telling stories from somebody else's perspective, so you can see life through somebody else's eyes, while also seeing the journey that they're taking to better themselves.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Take a walk in their appropriately sized shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. $30 million budget for this movie. Do you want to guess how much money it made?
Oh man, didn't it made crazy amounts of money? I think
crazy rich
amounts of money.
Yeah, $30 million budget, $240 million.
Yeah,
gross made. So it's made $210 million.
Yeah, maybe more than that with all the rentals and.
Probably, yeah. I don't know where they're getting all of these numbers, but I think it's probably just box office numbers.
Yeah, so
I think we also had to rent it. I think we own it too. I'm not sure. Yeah, we own it, which everyone should. I think that. Oh, you know what we should start doing, Jarvis? We should get a little bookshelf behind us, and every movie that we do, we should put a DVD on.
Oh, you know what I was thinking is that we need to make a little chart with Everything Everywhere All at Once at the top.
Oh, and just slide them in?
And we slide the movies in
between
them.
that'd be so fun.
It's like
that's a great idea.
Top Gear, like for their
where they
times,
just
and they just put them on. The Aston Martin did this, you know.
Yeah.
And then we could just put the movies at some point. I think
I like this idea.
Yeah,
I like this idea.
We'll just rank all the movies.
I'll put it in post.
Yeah, we could do. We could do maybe like a split. Oh, maybe we should talk about this after. But like
I think we just don't say it while we're recording.
Yeah.
And then everybody has to come back to see where they place on the shelf behind us.
Well, we'll figure something out.
As long as it makes sense, because like if they're seeing it backwards, then that's a problem.
There's a lot of cool things we want to do, and if you guys, if you guys support us, like and subscribe, then we want to do more cool things with and for you guys.
Yeah.
For this thing, because we enjoy doing this, just hanging out and talking about movies.
We may or may not have an actual actor who has been in an actually big budget produced movie that's going to be on streaming platforms soon.
Yes, and once that's the case, we're gonna do an episode about it.
Just know that it's definitely an actor in that movie.
Yes, it is.
One of the actors.
Yes,
and it's not mine. Because mine's not on streaming platforms. You see, that's the twist. Mine's not on streaming platforms. Yeah. You also can't watch it, so don't. Jarvis can, but I can't.
Yeah. So,
I can't either.
So to wrap this up, we're at that time. Everything Everywhere All at Once is definitely. Look, just like any fictional movie, it takes a lot of things from reality, and I think that let's talk about before we end, like the core.
You talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Maybe.
You went, Crazy Rich Asians, let's just talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once again.
Might as well, right? Just every movie we should just end up on.
On a scale of 1 to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Exactly. But like, I guess the core thing is like message. Maybe you would disagree, but I want to hear your take on it. Is that like, it is not wrong for you to want and pursue the things that you want, and there's going to be lots of obstacles that try to get in your way. But you have to make that decision for you, because I think that's what we have to see from a lot of the characters. We see that from Rachel. Mm-hmm. She has to be her. So she's not going to be. You're not going to make her feel bad for like the career that she had and the life she had. She enjoyed her life with her mother. She enjoys the job that she does, and she's not going to make to feel bad for doing that. To be true to herself in that. Nick also had to make those decisions when it comes to choosing Rachel, like potentially leaving his family and potentially leaving the wealth. In order to do that, like in order for him to have the life that he wants, he has to fight against years of tradition, the expectations of his family, which in Asia, dude, in Asian culture, that's huge. To go against the will and traditions of the family and the culture, like that is an extremely high offense. Like, if you remember Mulan, like her ancestors, like you don't want to upset the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? And so they would just roll over in their graves. And so, and then also even when we get into Astrid as well, she was not going to apologize for being rich. Like she was just like, yeah, and she was just like, look, man, this is your problem.
Yeah,
like not mine.
You even said like, don't pretend like you're just a victim in this, and she's like, I am.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like, so even her, she was just like, look, man, I'm not gonna apologize for this. Like, like this is your issue to deal with. I have done, and dude, from what we're shown, I mean, no doubt she's not a perfect person, but because no such thing exists. But
yeah,
from what we've seen, I'm just like.
Yeah, it's great.
She seems like the type of like
she
dude.
Got
she
money.
Takes care
she
of her
does charity
husband.
Work.
Yeah, she takes care of her husband. Like she does like the
basically funded his startup.
Bro, like what more could you want in a significant other? And so, but she was also she took her stand and her self-respect won and said, I don't have to take that from you because I know and I know what I'm worth. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. I don't mean, her net worth, but like her value as a human being with feelings and emotions.
A human being.
And so that's my take. That's the core, I think, that I got from it is that we cannot live to try to please the people around us. And even if you do, if you spend your whole life, if you're a people pleaser and you struggle with this, if you spend your whole life trying to please everybody that you know, you'll end up pleasing nobody and you're just going to be sad and depressed. So identify the things that you want in life and what you want for your life and have a mindset. My mentor when I was in high school said this, and I think this is very good and very true. He said, don't give up what you want most for what you want in a moment. The goals that you have, the things that you want ultimately for yourself, for those around you, don't put things or allow people to put things in the way of you getting to that area of life that you want to be in. Like, don't give up the ultimate goal for just one small thing in a moment that could potentially jeopardize that final goal. And I think that is what I see in Rachel, in Nick, and in Astrid. But that's my take. What do you think? What's your...
I have less of a take, more of a question.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Jarvis, that I think that this movie tries to pose and doesn't answer, it just poses the question. Is tradition wrong?
I think tradition can be very good and important and strong. Right or wrong is not, just like most things in the world, is not as simple as right or wrong. Tradition, I think when it's held too tightly, just like almost everything else, that's held too tightly could become an issue, and it could be one of those things that that could jeopardize the final goal. Like, for instance, what I connected with as an Asian person and having an Asian mother like Nick, and all the other Asians, I guess, that exist have Asian mothers, but is that
logistically speaking,
yes, that's a factual. That's a fun little fact about Asians.
Fact about Asians.
Yeah,
they're Asian
and they have Asian mothers. And so is that so? For instance, my mom is very, very Asian and very Christian, and she is losing a relationship with me that could be better because she's holding too tightly to traditions and things that she grew up learning that aren't necessarily true, and she's elevated certain things as important over trying to understand me as her son. So she's giving up me, so to speak, for some traditional things. And so it's not a matter, like I said, it's not my answer to you is it's not right or wrong to have tradition. It's just like most things, everything in moderation. Don't hold tradition too tightly because you might lose something more important than that. And so, and I've learned that when it comes to relationships, lost my wife, and reflecting on that, she didn't die. We got divorced. Yeah, I didn't just lose her in the mall or something like
a kid at Target.
Yeah.
The wrong aisle and she never got found.
Yeah, but what I learned from that is that there were certain things that in our relationship that were very true and very important for me to care about, but were less important than our relationship. And an imbalance in that cost me the relationship.
Okay.
And so I would say that that's the same with this. Tradition held too tightly, just like anything else, will create unnecessary and very dire casualties in things that are important.
So in this case, and I think that this is a very fun question to follow up with.
I like fun.
With tradition, were Rachel and Nick the exception or the rule?
Oh, for sure the exception. I think in real life.
Because I think Eleanor got what she wanted. She wanted somebody that could prove to her that she would be able to take the mantle of the matriarch when she leaves.
Yeah, she wanted to know some. I mean, it's one of those things where the thought is
I think they think that they were the exception, but I think that in the end they ended up being victim to the rule regardless.
Yeah, I do not think that most stories and relationships are as easy as strong as what we saw. There's so much more that is not portrayed in relationships.
Oh well, yeah.
The difficulties, the moments where you just don't even want to talk to the other person, and you're fighting your own pride. Like, we don't see any of that.
Well, this is a movie, not a TV series.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, I mean, I would say that. Yeah, I would say that stories that the way that it was portrayed are just a lot. They're less likely than more likely. That's my point, I think. So, but anyways, that's my take.
Well, thanks for joining us on this episode of Jarvis Goes to Therapy. You want
story of my Asian life.
Yeah. You want to give us the outro here?
Yeah, man. Hey guys, dude, seriously, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. We would dude, I can't tell you how much we would love to have conversations with you in the comments about your takes on the movie. Did you like it? This movie was actually requested by someone who watched our videos and posted. They said, "Hey, you should do Crazy Rich Asians," and they posted that on our Barbie movie review. So
Crazy Rich Asians.
We did it for you, and so
leave another comment on a video that you want us to make.
Yeah, if you guys want to see us talk about a movie, and obviously we want to interact with you guys. If you guys have some hot takes you want to put in the comments.
If you want us to give us our take on the Disney movie Planes, let us know. Watch Planes in the comments if you want us to watch Planes and make a review on it.
Yeah, I'm not going to link Planes in the comments, but anyways,
someone might. Someone might. I don't know.
It's out there, and thanks for hanging out with us again. We love doing this, and we hope that you enjoy it as much as we do. So we wish you the best, and we hope your day is everything you dreamed to be and more. Like and subscribe. Pretty please.
Hey, full-time MFers, you like this video? We sure did. If you liked it, maybe you should share it with your friends. Maybe like the video and subscribe.
If we were you, that's what we would do. If I was watching this,
I'd be all over that.
Like, and I'd hit that share, and then I would hit that subscribe in that order.
Yeah. There's also another video that's popped up. YouTube thinks you like this one, so you should watch that one now.
See you next time.